Good morning. How are you on this middle of the week Wednesday? Wanted to ask you a really important question today. I watched this amazing video this morning of this beautiful elderly lady, and it was her final message. She passed away in May. She'd been struggling with cancer, and she used MAID, medically aided in death, I think is the right acronym. Basically, it was assisted. She chose to end her life with medical help. She wasn't going to get any better. She was in pain. Her children were watching her in pain. There was nothing else that could be done. So she decided to control it herself. She was tired of suffering. She was tired of being in pain. She was tired of watching her loved ones in so much pain because she was in pain. She made peace. She knew where she was going. She believed in eternal life. So she made the decision to control her death on her terms, the way she wanted. And she was completely and totally at peace with that decision. And she wasn't afraid. That's the point about fear that I saw, that tore a hole in my heart, is the fear that I saw. Not because of not believing or having faith in heaven or whatever your belief is, but the fear of it, the actual transition from human life to afterlife. The fear of knowing we all at some point will have to do that. Do you think it's right or do you think it's wrong? It's not legal in the United States. It's legal in Canada. I believe it's legal in Australia. I'm not sure about that. I know it's legal in Switzerland and many other places. But it's not here in the United States. If you were facing that decision, what would you want? I've watched a loved one suffer with cancer and pain. I don't want my children to watch that. I don't want my children to have to decide, make those decisions. So how do you feel about it? Do you think it's right? Do you think it's wrong? Do you think here in the United States we should make it a conversation? Even with all our wonderful technology and all of our geniuses around the world, we still don't have a cure. We still don't have a cure for cancer. And it's a staggering number. It gets more and more every year. In our animals, in our dogs are dying at a staggering rate from cancer. Staggering rate. Humans aren't too far behind. I don't want to suffer. Most people don't want to suffer. So do we have the right? And if we do have the right, shouldn't it legally be okay for us to make that decision? Curious, what do you think? It's a big question. But it's going to happen to all of us at some point. Maybe now's a good time to start thinking about it. Be prepared. Because one thing I absolutely don't want is I don't want my family to have to face those kinds of decisions. I just want them to have my directive and spend and love me with all the time that I have remaining, if I ever face that challenge. That's the most important thing. Let me know. How do you feel about this? It's a big topic, but it's one that we should all have with those that we love. And do we have the right? Let me know.